It's not necessarily about the wages and the benefits. It's about the process. It's about injecting a private party into the labor management relations of the taxpayers and their elected officials. And how is it that someone, a private group, can get power equal to the sovereign to withhold necessary services of government? The model of private sector unionism, the confrontational collective bargaining model, cannot be applied in government.
Oh, my gosh. The public sector from the private sector is so different. I mean, take the teachers union, for example, where Governor Christie in New Jersey is doing battle, and Governor Walker in Wisconsin as well, as mainly with the teachers. They know that the kids are going to show up in class no matter how poor a job they do. They know the money's going to come from the taxpayers no matter how poor a job they do. They really don't have any competition. Oh, there are parochial schools and private schools out there, but taxpayers will continue to pay taxes, and middle-class folks will continue to send their kids to these schools no matter how lousy a job they do. So what incentive is there for them to do a good job, to save money, to educate children properly?
Very little incentive, Judge, because the system is designed to just reward time on the job and other elements of that. But the real secret to this whole debate is about compulsory unionism. You know, the common denominator of all the bills in the states that Richard Trumka just checked off is right-to-work protections for individual workers. And union officials don't want this to be known.
Explain how that works.
Well, a right-to-work law for public sector officials would mean that a worker has a choice whether or not to join or pay dues to a labor union as a condition of getting a job.
Right.
The Wisconsin bill has that. The Indiana bill has that. The Missouri bill has that. The New Hampshire bill has that. The Pennsylvania bill has that. This is really about their privilege of extracting dues from workers who may not want to join them.
So if these bills in these states that you just ticked off become law, then the unions can't force everybody to join them. Then you can say, I'll negotiate for my own job directly with the state, and I'm not going to let the state take my dues away from my paycheck and give it to these union leaders with whose politics I profoundly disagree.
Well, it's a little more complicated than that. It's about the dues money. The idea of representing yourself in the marketplace is another question that goes to the right of collective bargaining or monopoly bargaining, in this case, in the public sector.
Quick prediction. We only have a few seconds on Wisconsin. Where do you see this ending? I mean, how much longer can they live in these Motel 6s in Illinois?
Well, I think there's a strategy in place. I predict, what I would suggest is the Republicans get together, take the bill apart, start trying to pass it. The Democrats will run back over the border to stop right to work.
Got it. Mark Mix, it's a pleasure.